Well, where do I begin? First off, it feels like I'm in interrogation mode right now. But I just wanted to do an upload on an update on the channel and what is the new changes that have been taking place. I've recently departed ways from the Toyota Tacoma that we've had on the channel for a while now. It is the first vehicle really on the channel that I've really developed the channel around, as well as all the install videos and the trips that you guys hopefully enjoyed. It's all good terms, all good memories, but I just felt like it was just time for a nice change. So when push comes to shove, I'm really happy that I gave you guys the best content I could on the Tacoma. It does not mean that I am done with Toyota. I am a faithful, loving Toyota fan. I've owned Toyotas my entire life. In fact, I've owned not only one, but two third-gen Tacomas. One I didn't feature on the channel. My channel wasn't really started yet. When I had my white 2017 TRD off-road Tacoma. I've had Tacomas all my life, and it was just time for a change. Now you guys might be saying, well, why did you change to the Ford Raptor? Well, primarily, I wanted a bit more room in the vehicle, and on top of, like I've already just going to repeat myself again, just a change in life as far as what I'm driving. I believe that you only live once in reality, and it doesn't hurt to just switch things up once in a while. So with all that being said, why did I switch to the Raptor? Well, I switched to the Raptor for a change. I switched to the Raptor for a larger vehicle and a lot more roomy. You guys know the Tacomas are not that large. I could have bought a Tundra, yes I know. The idea, and I think I've stated in another video at some time, is that I really wanted to order a new 2022 TRD Pro Tundra. But it was just seemingly getting difficult, and the Raptor here has always been a dream truck of mine growing up as a kid. I think everybody loved seeing the first gen wide body F-150 Raptors, mean looking trucks, powerful trucks, and I'm excited to bring more new content to the channel with the new truck. I hope you guys stick around on the channel and follow the build process of this truck and all the adventures and stuff we're going to be doing with this vehicle. With all that being said, I'm not going to sit here and ramble all day. We're going to get into the Raptor, and we're going to introduce this truck to the channel. For the rest of the video, I just want to give out a huge thanks to all the recent subscribers and all the current subscribers. Thank you for staying on the channel and giving the support. I appreciate a lot. Alright guys, so really this video is going to be about introducing the Raptor to the channel. I'm not going to go over tons of specs on the Raptor. First of all, it's a 2018, it's a second gen Raptor. It does have the 3.5 EcoBoost twin turbo, 450 horse, 510 foot-pounds of torque according to the factory numbers. And I've waited to do the next segment, which is this segment of the video, for a while now, just because I wanted a lot of seat time with the truck to really give you guys a good review, just based on a new owner review of the Raptor, coming from the Toyota gang, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get right into like what the options on this truck, what it has. It is a 2018. It's pre-owned. To explain myself a little bit more, I really wanted to get a new third gen Raptor, but I just couldn't touch the markup prices for them. Unfortunately, I really wanted the 37-inch package, or I could have settled for the normal package, but yeah, but with those markup prices, it just wasn't happening. So I settled for the second gen. So really, first and foremost, just the quick details on the truck. It is finished in the leadfoot gray. Now, this is the color that I really, really wanted. I wouldn't have bought one unless I could get one in the leadfoot gray, which is the kind of the predicament that I was in, right? Is the 2018, they made these in leadfoot gray, and then 2020 they did as well. But even dealers were asking extreme amounts of money for the 2020 versions of this truck with the leadfoot gray, with some miles on them being pre-owned. And obviously, guys, I just explained, the new third gen Raptors were just too much money for my budget for right now. and that was only finished in 2021. For the 3rd gen Raptor, you could get it in leadfoot gray, as far as my knowledge goes. So yeah, I was definitely really dead set on the leadfoot gray. That's the color I really wanted. I wasn't willing to settle for anything else as far as color-wise. So with all that being said, let's get into the specs of this truck, what's actually done to this truck when I bought it, and disregard the tent and overland setup that's on the truck. You guys will be viewing the uploads on that. I apologize, the timeline's pretty skewed here as far as uploads. It's just been a time crunch for everything else and been pretty busy with everything else, so I apologize for the timeline skew, but disregard all the aftermarket goodness that we have on the back of the truck. You guys will see that in future uploads with future installs. Alright, so let's get underneath here and really talk about suspension specs on the Raptor. Now, most of you guys know the Raptors come with the Fox 3.0 internal bypass coilovers. This is the older version, so it comes with the 2018 version of the Fox shocks. I know you guys probably know this, but the newer versions of, say, past 2018, 2019, 2020, and obviously the new 2021s will come with the Fox live valve shocks. This one does not have that, but whoever owned the truck before me installed these couplers, these lifting adjustable couplers on the shocks. The truck rides amazing. I don't have any complaints with the ride quality. I'm not sure if I'll keep these forever, but for now they do work. They lift the truck up a bit and to fit the wheel and tires that they have on it, which we'll get into that right now. So this truck came with these Venom Rex, which are actually pretty popular wheels for the Raptors. They're finished in the graphite gray. I'm unsure on the exact specs of the wheel, but they are wrapped in 37 by 1250 KO2s, BF Goodrich KO2s. It just makes the truck look way beefier. As you guys may know, the Raptors can fit the 37s with very minimal work as far as trimming, etc. This one, however, this is really kind of interesting, is because when I bought the truck, I really wanted the fender liners installed. Whoever had the truck before me did not have these fender liners installed, so I opted in the deal to have the fender liners given to me so I could install them. Now, I had no idea that upon installing these things that I've discovered that these fenders are actually aftermarket. These fenders are actually a little bit wider than stock. They're meant to fit 37-inch tires and not have to worry about the tire hitting the fender, because the fender is now wider. It's got a lot more room up in there. That's why the previous owner elected to leave the fender liners out. But we live up in New England, and that was a no-no. So I actually modified my fender liners to fit kind of halfway in to cover all the important things. So that's how I installed those. And now really before we head to the back of the truck to cover the wheel and tire / suspension for the rear of the truck, I want to just follow up on the rock sliders that are welded on the truck by the previous owner. They are pretty solid quality. I'm just going to actually touch them up a little bit, have them painted, and they'll be looking much better than they do now. But yeah, I was pretty stoked that the truck came with the rock sliders already on the truck. You can use them as steps, or this will protect you on any trails or rocks you may be hitting on any path you take the truck down. And here we are at the rear of the truck. Here we are, the Venom Rex wheels again with the 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2s. Here we have the internal bypass Fox rear shocks here on the Raptor. And the biggest thing that I was really stoked on having with this truck is that the previous owner actually installed some devers in the truck. And now I believe they're stage 3 devers. So when I added all this weight, it didn't affect anything. The truck did not sag, and so I'm very thankful that was definitely one of the first mods I was going to do, is upgrade the leaf pack system in the truck to handle the more weight. But somebody already did it for us, so very, very happy about that. Coming to the back of the truck here, you have that really wide Raptor stance, the really wide rear fenders, and obviously the even wider than stock front fenders up there. It makes the truck look pretty cool. This is definitely one of the things I loved about the Raptors and the way the second gen Raptors really looked. And before we move into like the interior of the truck and explain the options that it may have, this has the dual exhaust like all Raptors have. This is a factory exhaust. I'm really like not sure if I want to go to like a Corsa or something in the future. I probably will do that, but this is a factory exhaust. I know a lot of complaints from the Ford guys anyways about how the exhaust doesn't sound good because it's a V6 and it doesn't sound as good as the 6.2 in the Gen 1 Raptor. Coming from a Toyota guy, I've owned Tacomas my entire life. The V6 noise, especially with the turbos, really doesn't bother me much. And just quickly, before we move into the interior of the truck, give you guys a little bit of perspective of how wide this thing actually is, especially with the aftermarket wider fenders. I believe it's about an inch wider on each side with these fenders installed on it. Just to give you guys an idea, I did add in, I didn't film a video on these because they're cheap, and you know, I didn't really figure I would do a video on these because I was going to change them out anyways, but these are like eBay aftermarket fogs just to take the place in the factory bumper here. When I got the truck, it didn't have anything, any fog lights or anything in the bumper, so I wired these in, and I'll show you guys some clips of how those look. I'll link them in the description as well if you guys want to pick these up. I think they were like $70, and you get white, blue, and sequential turn signals. And real quick, I just want to point out that I did have the truck tinted. I went 5% all around, which is 5 over the factory rear tint, 5 on the 2 front windows, and I did a sun strip on the front windshield. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and fire up and hop inside. Alright, so we are sitting in the Raptor, and just so I can elaborate on the time I've had with the truck until filming this video, this truck is so comfortable, so comfortable. We've taken this truck on longer trips, you know, a trip up to Maine, and some camping trips already, and it's just beyond comfortable. I love driving it. Could definitely sit in this, you know, cockpit for a very long time and not feel tired or anything. This truck does a really good job at making you feel relaxed. The seats are very comfortable. No complaints as far as the interior. This is a full 802A package truck. So that means, you know, you get all the nice goodies, you know, the cooled heated seats, heated steering wheel, full leather. You name it, it's got it as far as infotainment goes. This has the Ford Sync system, the B&O radio. That sounds really, really good. You guys probably know all these specs, but if you don't, there's more in-depth reviews on the Raptor out there. I did add a few things in here, like some overlays, just to spice it up a little bit, make it look pretty cool. It does have the 10-speed automatic with 3.5. We already talked about that. The storage in here, I love the storage. Another thing about the Tacoma was it was a smaller truck, meaning less storage. This thing is so deep and empty. I actually fit my Jackery down there when we go on camping trips. Plenty of storage and plenty of room back seat wise. I could fit the 2 dogs and a ton of supplies back there when we actually go on trips. This one actually has the dual moonroof as well. I don't really use it much, but it's also a nice touch to have. And those of you guys don't know, the Raptor comes with all these accessory switches up here. This one, aux4, actually being the Baja Designs rear brake light that somebody installed as well. That's actually extremely bright. That's nice having as like a chase light or light up your campsite at night as well. Alright guys, to really close this video out, I want to talk a little bit on maybe the future plans for the truck and what I plan on doing for modifications to come. And that being said, I want to do probably a different wheel and tire setup. I have a set of wheels picked out, but I think we're going to wait until like the fall months and we get into winter to swap those out to get a different set of wheels on the truck. I also probably want to add some lighting. I think I want to do a pro bolt-on bumper for the truck, give it a little bit more clearance, way better look, and also allow for us to mount some different lighting options for the truck. And as always guys, please like and subscribe. Get ready for the next videos coming. You're gonna see a lot of installs that we've already done on the truck. In this video you can see them, but you're gonna be witnessing some of those uploads coming up to the channel ASAP. They're already ready to go. They're going live very soon. So I want to update you guys because this is more of like an update video slash what's been going on the channel. Stay tuned for some camping trips. I'm gonna take you guys along on a trip coming very soon. I'm gonna film a video for that, and that should be a cool little upload to kind of put on the channel. I know you guys that have been on the channel for a little bit, you also know that I had a Corvette Z06. I love that car, but to update you guys on that, I ended up selling it. I no longer own the car. When COVID hit, I really took advantage of the market and got a good price for that car the way it was. And now I'm kind of itching the void again. Stay tuned. I may be picking something up and it's going to be on the channel ASAP as well. So stay tuned for that. That will be a good piece of content for the channel to change it up from the truck stuff. I know you guys will probably enjoy that as well. So stay tuned. As always, please like, subscribe. Take care. Get ready for the next one.